Hello.
There we go.
everyone.
Hello. Whoop.
Sorry, what?
I said whoop.
Oh, whoop.
Whoop.
I thought you were saying we are or something, then you cut off, and I was like, what?
No, just whoop. There we go.
Whoop.
Just testing the my lip sync. There we go.
Oh, okay.
All right, welcome in everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in or welcome back, depending on if you're new or if you're not. And if you're on the watching this on YouTube, hello. I'm gonna start out by saying that if you like what you're seeing, even though it's just been like 2 seconds, do hit that subscribe button and do hit the like button on the YouTube. It helps out a lot. So, today it's gonna be fun.
Is it?
we're gonna do a lot of digging. Basically, I have been doing my best to mark out Hellevators all over the place, so we can make sure that the corruption does not afflict us more than it has to, and hopefully also find the shimmer, even though I have only made it the blueprints not the whole way, but most of the way on the left side, and the shimmer should be on the right side.
Yeah, it's same side as jungle, right?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
on
same
the
side
on
jungle.
it's on the jungle. Yeah, it's on the jungle side. So we can pretty much just take our own hole if we want to.
But then
Or
I
we can
want
do
to
the same
see
hole.
you guys. Also, join
Yeah,
pink
we
team, by
gotta
the
do
way.
it together.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
All
Well,
together.
this is definitely the first hole here.
Oh,
Also, we should probably get obsidian skin potions.
Oh, why?
Isn't that
Also-
enough with the
Oh,
boots?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, run on. We
I
got a few.
don't know. I keep dying to the lava and it annoys me.
Okay. Well, in that case, it might also be worth if we have any of the being able to breathe
Right.
underwater potions.
Oh, Loking is debut in April the what?
Also,
No,
hello,
but I
Ninja.
have exciting news.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, all
So-
the exciting news.
Yeah. So you know that model I was working on for Logan?
Yeah.
April 8th is his debut.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
I am so excited for that.
Heck yeah.
Hello, Nav. Welcome.
I'm sorry, I'm eating.
All good. Oh, also, by the way, Vixen,
Dude.
I have something for
What?
you.
Oh no.
No, it's a good thing. Metal detector. That dumb thing. That should be the last thing you're missing to make the which watch was that? It was the
Yeah, that's the
Goblin Tech.
Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we just need the stuff for the fishing.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because it ain't popping up for me to make it.
You need to have the
Yeah, you
DPS
need
meter and the what's it called? The stopwatch?
Yeah, which
Oh.
we have.
I think we have a stop one.
Did you put them in tools or did you put them in gear? You
I
put
got
them in
one.
gear.
I got one.
You already have the DPS meter?
I have the DPS meter. I don't have that one.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. I will love to be there.
Thank you for letting us all know. We would love to
Yep.
be there.
Yes. I might even just take the day off of work to make sure.
It's
'cause
the
I don't know when you're
DPS
going.
meter, right?
DPS, yeah.
Yeah.
Damage per second one, yeah.
Oh, Nav said he got an ad, Mr. Good News. I guess, Nav, that's what you get for not being subbed.
Oh no! I'll repeat it.
Bird?
One of my VTuber kids is debuting, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, be sure to send the link. I'll see if I can be there as well.
8 p.m. EST, so that's gonna be late. That'll be like 2 a.m. for you
We
guys.
do not have a DPS
well,
meter.
Then I might be there. Really?
Yeah.
Well, then we'll just
Really?
have to get one from the traveling merchant if so.
Yeah, he stops by a lot. I swear I saw one the other day.
Am I blind?
No, but remember, I also couldn't find the magic lantern, so I might have misseen something.
It wasn't equipable. I did place it right though. I didn't think of it as a light pad. I have
Yeah, here you
never
go.
Oh well.
I mean, it is a
Yeah.
light pad, but it's
Yeah.
also an equipable. It's both.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. Oh. Why did I think that wasn't the DPS meter?
But I'll definitely be
Nice.
again. These two lovely ladies, that's like 2 in the morning for them, and one's gotta be up at like 4:30 for her job.
Oh,
So
me. Okay, I'll watch the bot.
yeah. Sometimes Maya's awake that late, but she probably
Um,
won't be functioning.
yeah. I mean,
April the 8th.
situational.
Wait a minute, what day is that?
April 8th.
Oh, it's a Saturday. I can be up for that. Fuck
Ooh,
that. I can be up for that. Don't worry about it.
awesome. Yeah, you could just take a nap.
Yeah, I'll set an alarm.
Oh, don't forget to take your mining potion
Oh,
too.
right.
I know, it's funny, out of all of the models that I've, like, made from scratch, I think you're the only one so far who's actually used yours. So that's really exciting to see.
Wait,
I
Vixen, what do
I
you...
made, what?
Why
No,
are you so
from
much faster?
scratch.
My
From
fox?
scratch. You've had your character before.
Oh.
Yeah. But this is, like, completely from scratch.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah. Human. I don't know, maybe water breathing potions would be a good thing for us to grab.
We
That
have
was
a
what I
few.
mentioned, but I forgot to check for them.
I will just make some.
Yeah,
Oh.
once we're done with this one here, we'll go back and we'll check to see if we have any.
Let me also... Oh, one moment.
You know, sometimes the being able to walk on water effect from these boots doesn't actually help you when you're trying to dig like this, because then you just end up standing on top of the water being like, let me go down.
It's the same thing with lava.
Yeah. Like right
Okay.
now. Boop.
I'm just holding down on the S button.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm lazy. I put my phone on my mouse that's just holding it down for me.
Oh jeez,
You have your...
water.
Hmm?
I don't know if you
Sorry,
can hear
I'm
it in the
drowning.
background, but boyfriend's arguing with Beanie.
I'm actually also drowning. Ooh.
I got some questions.
Oh, yes.
I got a bunch from you guys help us out because we were a little bit worried about us
Running out of things to talk
running
about.
out of things to talk about. So I got a bunch from Stevie, and I got a few from... I got one from Ninja, and I got one from Kisa. So Stevie starting out by saying that we should talk about cats.
I approve of this. Who doesn't want to talk about cats?
It's good.
I used to have a
Thank you very
cat.
much, Franco. And hello.
I have a cat. I had a cat when I before I moved to this town that I live in now. So I was very young.
Aw.
Sadly, we had to put it down. It got kidney disease.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Not to bring the mood down. But after that, we ended up just having dogs because my dad's not that he doesn't like cats that much. He's more of a dog person.
How can you not like
Yeah.
cats? Cats are like the best creature in the world.
My dad's
Boyfriend doesn't like cats.
People are different, Maya, and
Nah, cats are the best thing in the world.
the attention that dogs give you compared to
True.
cats is very unique.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that I did the obsidian skin potion. Somehow I managed to get under.
What the hell? I can see that.
Yeah, I'm digging faster than it can break the water.
But otherwise, like, I want to get a cat and a dog when I move out at some point. because I adore I adore ragdoll cats,
Yes, they're so cute.
and I want one so badly, and I
Yeah,
also
they're
want a
so
corgi.
pretty.
I
God damn it, leave me
I
alone.
love ragdoll cats, but I will admit my dream cat is a hairless cat.
Hmm,
Ooh.
interesting. That's not common.
How come?
Also, that's a dead man's chest right there.
I don't know. I've always loved them ever since I was a kid.
Wait,
I've
bound
always
goblin, bound
loved
goblin.
them.
There's a bound goblin nearby. The
There's what?
tinkerer.
Brown gum. Ooh.
I think Vixen mentioned before you got here actually that there was a goblin invasion while she was meshing out the tunnels.
Yeah.
So where's this dumb goblin?
Oh, so he will spawn after.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the invasion.
Okay.
Be sorry for
He
the
died.
search. God damn it. Oh well. We
I
tried.
saw him as soon as lava started pouring on him.
Typical. But hey, we tried.
All right. My line is done. I'm going back up.
Okay, try and see if we have water breathing potions. If not, can you make us some?
I will make some. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Growing up, we had a lot of cats.
Yeah.
Not by choice, in a lot of ways. I remember we got my first cat when I was like really young. Her name was Autumn, and I loved her. And she was just such a good cat. And then she ended up getting hit by a car in front of both me and Varg, and that was
Oh,
very
God.
traumatic.
I can imagine.
Jesus.
Damn.
Very, very traumatic. But otherwise she was really good, and she had a bunch of kittens, and we kept one of the kittens, and her name was Topsy. And she was so good. She ended up having 3 kittens, even though we got her fixed. They did a botched job, and she wasn't
Damn.
actually fixed.
That's useful.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, and she ended up having, like I said, she ended up having a bunch of kittens.
Yeah.
That's like,
And-
why are all these stories so sad? True though, because that's
I'm
what happens when
sorry.
you have
I'm
cats.
sorry.
They die.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that one doesn't
that
end
sounds really
happy either.
tragic, but the worst is
That's
my
what
last
happens
cat
when you have
died too.
animals.
Yeah, I was gonna say Topsy had kittens, and one of them followed us and got lost.
Oh no.
And then when we went looking for her, the mom got hit by a car. She lived, but she did get hit by a car.
Oh, she lost one of her lives.
Yeah. And we ended up having to give them over to the Humane Society because we couldn't take care of them
Yeah.
after the one got lost. But that was when I was like a lot younger, so you know, there was nothing I personally could do. I was like 9. It's like kind of hard to do stuff when you're that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But then we got another cat, and her name was Mystic, and she was beautiful. Full black cat, long-haired.
Oh, long hair black cat. Oh, I
Yeah.
love like it. If I
It's-
didn't love the fact that the ragdoll, legit ragdolls, when you pick them up, I would get a Maine Coon.
Yeah.
I have to say, I
I
don't know
don't-
cat races that well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I discovered ragdoll recently because I
Yeah.
saw a post about one and someone in the comment mentioned the term and I was like, oh, that's what
So,
that is.
Maine Coon is a Nordic cat breed. It's gigantic. It's one of the biggest cat races, like breeds there are. And they
Yeah.
basically look like, if you want a cat for a battle mount, that's a Maine Coon.
Okay.
We didn't have a Maine Coon. Stormy. He wasn't a Maine Coon, but he was a Norwegian forest cat.
Norwegian forest back.
Yeah, he was gorgeous, and we knew he wasn't a Maine Coon because he didn't have some of like the main characteristics. And we did the testing and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was so cute. I love him. I loved him so much. He was such a good cat. Also got hit by a car, but he didn't die. He broke his jaw.
And
my
can
dad
I suggest something? When it
My
comes
dad-
to
okay.
you and cats, keep them inside.
my dad believed in outdoor cats. And like I said, I was a
Uh,
kid. I didn't have a choice. I had a cat. His name was Asher. He was my cat. And when I went to my Oma's house for winter break, I came back and he was an outdoor cat because my dad just couldn't stand him being indoors.
No.
Damn.
It was my cat.
I
I
am
was so
sorry.
mad. Yeah, and I was like 14, so still couldn't do things on my own. I
Listen,
was so mad.
I think
I'm
it's
not
really
here-
tricky though.
I am not here to tell you how to raise your animals, but one thing I will say, keep your cats indoors. I'm sorry. That is my philosophy. One thing, you avoid your cat getting fleas. You avoid your cat, unless you neuter them, you avoid the possibility of your cat getting pregnant. Or your cat making other cats pregnant. Thirdly, you avoid your cat pissing and pooing in areas it's not supposed to, like our kids' like playing area where I live. The sandbox there is unusable because of the cats that live in our neighborhood.
Yeah,
And
that's not very
thirdly,
ideal.
you also avoid your cat getting attacked by cars, other animals, and for most part, I don't have to worry about my dogs accidentally attacking your cat. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I can understand if you live in a like big area, like out in a farm area, you need to have
Farm
them.
cats are a different
Yeah, that's a
kind.
different thing. They are there to work. Like they eat mice and rats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I am sorry if you live in a housing area and especially in an apartment area, keep your damn cats inside.
I think
Especially
it's
where there's a lot of
tricky.
cars that can hit them. Because, like I said, almost every single one of my cats have been hit by a car because my dad refused to make them
I
indoor
can
cats.
understand why you don't have cats anymore.
But like, the thing is, I don't think it's that simple to just be like, just keep them inside, because, like, the last cat I had, he just loved being outside so much. Like, at the first cat I had, which I sadly couldn't really keep because for some reason he just could not figure out with the litter box and, living in an apartment, not destroy things, so my mom got it back because they live in a farm area, so, it's not as bad, just keep it outside there. But anyways, like, so at first, I didn't let my cat outside because I had lost a lot of cats at my mom's place, and they were just allowed to, like, do whatever they wanted to. And, so I really wanted to make sure my cat was safe. But also got to a point where, especially with my last cat, he was such an outdoor cat. Like, he just loved, and he was a completely different cat when he got to go outside. And not all cats love it equally. Some don't really care to go outside. They want to come inside whenever they can. But it's also really sad if your cat is the type of cat that just loves the outdoor, just completely take that away from it, Yeah, I get the risk, but it's like one of those things is like, do you rather want a longer life or a more higher quality life,
I want my cat to stay alive.
Yeah, of course I would like that too,
And
but
can I just argue something? My dogs,
found Goblin.
if they were allowed to, oh, you found the goblin. Now, if they were allowed to be
I
outside,
just see it on the radar.
Yeah, he's nearby.
if they were allowed to be outside all the time, they would love to be outside all the time. If you have introduced it to them at some point, then of course your cat is gonna, like your animal is gonna be, I love this more. I have more freedom.
Not all cats. Trust me, I've had like 1 million cats at my mom's place because, then none of them are neutered, and then they get more kittens, and then they get more kittens.
They still had the option to go outside. So
yeah, but what I mean is a lot of them prefer to be inside.
Can't I? Oh, there's a chest.
There's one of the cats that want to come inside constantly, and she's so freaking sneaky. Like, cats are actually kind of smart.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So you got him? Is he safe? He's safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't need anything from him, right? We brought we brought the tinker thing.
Don't own cats. No, you can own cats. Again, this is just me as my like personal as a if I were a cat owner, I would not have my cat outside. And that is legit my main reason is I don't want my cat to piss in air and to do the toilet business.
Yeah.
In areas that isn't theirs, basically, because that has been such a problem. Like lately, we found out, like recently, that our neighbor's cat has used our back garden as a toilet.
But see, I get that, and yeah, you
it's,
can't. It's hard to control if your cat does that. But
it's unhealthy for our dogs because dogs are dogs and they eat. They sadly eat anything, and that also means poo.
Let me just get out of my chat here because I'm missing messages now. Let's also enjoy
On
your
a
sub,
leash?
Maya. Fuck the ads.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Naf? I still know
You
sub.
got a sub.
Yeah, from
That's
not
sub
from Naf.
to you.
Naf didn't.
Are you sure? Because he said, like they said.
Yeah, that's what I'm
ad.
wondering. I didn't see any sub pop up.
Weird. Yeah.
Look at the one next to my name. But you've subbed to me before. That's why you have that icon.
Where's my car?
Naf, I can send you a picture of my feed if you want to see it. Streamlabs is not telling me you subbed. I heard no sound, there's no message notification, there's nothing, okay?
I found Timmy!
2 month subscriber.
Tim is dead!
Bye, Timmy.
I'm opening Twitch now. I see nothing, I'm sorry. Let's see, stream manager, will it tell me here? Nope, latest still says Franco.
And
don't know what to tell you now.
The idea of you walking your cat, I like that idea. You can teach your cat to walk on a leash.
Oh, I have tried that.
It's not easy, but you can do it.
Yeah, it is possible.
I mean, it was more me following the cat than the cat following me.
It's the same thing with dogs, Maya.
I don't know. I feel like dogs are better at easy to teach to make follow you than cats are.
Yeah, that is true. They are easier.
It depends on the breed. Beanie, she does not believe in following. she believes in leading.
But also, what I also did was with the cat that I had that I started letting outside.
Go,
Sorry?
Why'd you start on the next one? You weren't finished with this one.
We weren't?
The middle bit, it still needs to be dug out on the old hole.
What? I'm confused. Also, I'm getting attacked. Do you have any cobalt shields? I'm getting tired of this knockback. And I have to check Discord for proof. Where's Discord?
You should have the Onk shield. That should protect you from any knockback.
Wait,
but did you take that off?
Yeah, we took that off when we were fighting or something. Right, thank you. I'll put that back on.
Which one is it that's missing?
It's this middle bit.
I mean, I'm sorry that Naf, it hasn't given me a message, but
is it the one we were working on, Jen?
Yeah, where we all started together. We got distracted by the Goblin Tinkerer, and she forgot to finish the line. It's fine.
Like, I went further down.
I got it.
I reached the bottom, and there seemed to be nothing. I don't know.
Is it the one you're in now, Jen?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, you're on it. Okay, we can take the next one then.
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, Jen.
It's okay. It's fine.
It wasn't on purpose.
It's okay.
I see a wild giga in my chat. How are you, sweetie?
Alright, the cat talk seemed very sad, so let's move on to the next one.
Next one. Okay.
How did you get into gaming? For me,
I'm still fully caught up on my chat, I'm sorry. Because Franca and Nap made some comments here. And also Nap, I did say sorry, yeah. Franca said I get both sides, but I think responsibility of life as a pet owner should be prioritized over everything else. Also, cats decimate local fauna and wreck the ecosystem, so just keep them inside. Yeah, but it's just really painful when you see how much your cat loves being outside and then denying it. Like, every morning when I woke up, my cat would go to the door because it wanted me to let it outside. Every single morning.
So does my dog.
If it was raining, the cat would try to go outside and then kind of come inside again because it's like, no, I don't like the rain.
Well,
but then also
there's
hit the
such
door
thing
again.
as patios, where it's like a patio, like basically a huge cage outside for cats so they can do what they want.
Oh, right.
So you do have alternatives.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about your cat not getting enough exercise, there is cat treadmills.
That's probably not cheap though, is it? I don't know.
Probably. So again, it's different from person to person. Like,
as I said, I would ideally keep my cat inside for safety reasons and stuff. But it's also hard when the cat is like full of energy constantly and it has no way to really burn it because apparently it's not satisfied with what it can do in the apartment. And the thing is, cats also just being outside, even if they're not moving, they're still being stimulated because of like stuff like sounds and smells and the wind and all that sort of thing, right?
Then I would take Franco's like suggestion, then go for a walk with them in a leash.
Yeah, I did try that sometimes, but if a cat wants to be outside for like 5 hours a day, I guess I just need to get a cat that loves the indoors.
Yeah. It's very bad for the environment. Like
that's legit why because you have like what I call how to say that in English. You got mixed race cats. That sounds very wrong, but you don't really know what your cat's like breeds.
You have mutt breed cats where you don't know what they are, and it causes it to be hard to tell, like, oh, this is going to be a health issue with them.
And basically, those cats tends to be very, like, it's inbred in them to be outside. While there are feral type cats, and while there are legit breeds that are meant for indoors. Like, for example, the ragdoll. It is meant to be a couch potato cat. It doesn't do
perfect for me.
It doesn't do much. It loves to be around humans. It loves to be like picked up and cuddled with. So if you want a cat that's on your lap, ragdoll cats. And I think because of the because of the way that the naked cat breed that Jen talked about, because they need to be in warm areas, they tend to be inside most of the time because of the way that they don't have fur. So that's why there are many like...
They can also get sunburns.
Yes, that's why there are many of those you see when you watch movies or series. Those rich people either have the small dogs or the naked cats. So I can understand that you, Maya, because you got the cats that you have, want to put them outside. And it ain't a diss on you. But it's legit. I can understand why your cats are like, I want to be outside because.
As I said, I would prefer if it was happy just staying inside. Because there's obviously safety concerns. I mean, my cat, Lex cat, I had that passed away, got sick from something, and it's most likely something he must have caught outside, you know. And yeah, if he was inside all the time, that could have potentially been prevented. But I mean, I don't know what got him so sick. It happened very suddenly. But yeah, but it's also like it's tricky. But yes, maybe I should look into with my next cat being a ragdoll, also because it sounds like the perfect type of cat for me, and they are so freaking gorgeous as well.
They are gorgeous, but they aren't cheap.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern, because I can get a kitten for free from my mom.
Precisely, and I can totally understand that.
Which is actually a concern, because I need to move in within the next few months, and I'm so worried I can't get an apartment where I can have a pet. Like, I would really be so sad if I couldn't have a pet. I'd rather pay a bit more for the place than not being able to have a cat there.
Oh, well,
But it's tricky because places are expensive and
totally
money doesn't
understand that.
grow on
I'm
trees.
one of the main reasons why I'm having issues finding apartments because there are so few places that actually says that you are allowed to have pets, which is weird.
Yeah, it's dumb, right? Considering I feel
You
like
hear
a
me?
lot of
It is weird, okay? In today's age,
exactly
it is
so
weird.
many. It's like so common for people to have pets.
Here in America, you can get emotional support pets, which makes it so you can, there we go. So basically, if they say you can't have a pet, basically they're like, well, it's an emotional support pet,
Yeah,
so
because of
legally,
health. Yes.
yeah, legally you have to let me have
And you
it.
don't need any like proof to say that it's an emotional.
Yes, you do.
Whatever.
Technically,
You do.
yes.
Your doctor will give you a thing basically saying that it's a certified emotional support pet.
And sad to say, and Jen for that matter, it's not that easy here to get
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
know.
think so.
That's what I was saying. Here in America, you know, just go to your doctor, say emotional support, and they're like, here you go.
I need emotional support!
To be fair, America...
a monkey.
Yeah, to be fair, though, America is going through a mental health crisis right now. It is not good.
Oh, chest. Sorry to hear that.
I feel like it's not like an everywhere sort of thing. I mean, it might be worse there, but I feel like you hear that
right now our economy is
all the time
completely
these days.
crashing, and all of the baby boomers are retiring, so we're having a worker shortage.
Yep.
So, because the baby boomers didn't have as many kids as, you know, they had, and so there's not enough people to support them, so we're having not enough people working in health industries, we're not having enough people, you know, able to take their old jobs. And that's why a lot of retail jobs are suffering, because everyone's going for the big jobs that are opening up from baby boomers retiring. And now retail jobs don't have enough people because they don't pay enough.
Yeah. We have somewhat the same problem. We are losing nurses and daycare employees, basically. We have such a low number of those. And our government is like, why won't the young people say yes to these jobs? Because it's shit!
Yep.
Because they are treated shit! That's why they don't want to.
I don't want to be verbally abused. I'm already verbally abused enough at work from people. It's like, I don't want to be in a job where that's literally my job, you know?
The nurses here are so badly treated. They get so little, like, pay, and they get so little days off. It is so stupid, even in our, like, country that we're in. And Kisa say, here it is illegal to put no pets allowed to the contract, but it is legal to refuse lease or sell a house apartment without specifying reason. So, you are not allowed to say, we don't want pets on a contract, but you are allowed to say, but I don't want to sell you this because you want pets.
I mean, just don't mention that you're gonna have a pet. Easy.
And most of the time they'll ask.
Yeah.
But, I mean... You could just lie and say, oh, well, I didn't have this pet, but I decided later to get it. I don't know.
Most people do the same thing here, actually. They get a pet either way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like people come and check.
We've had many a times where me and my brother would hide in the woods when the people would come to check the house. Because we had pets we weren't supposed to, and we had to hide with them.
Damn.
As Kisa said, that's not my pet! That's not my cat, you have no proof!
You're just cat sitting, you know?
It's my uncle's cat.
Yeah, you're just like taking care of it for a day. I think the biggest issue is if you have dumb neighbors and stuff, and you might have, say, a dog or something that's a bit louder. Cats generally aren't as likely to be heard. But yeah, if you have a fairly silent pet, you know, you can probably get away with it.
I've totally forgot to tell the story about dumb neighbors. Okay. So, my parents recently got their hands on a Tesla. Like, kudos to them and whoop whoop whoop, first world problem.
Yeah.
And because of the increase of people getting electric cars in Denmark, many building societies are accepting a charger at their like local parking spots
Yeah.
for a decreased price, and also to help out people who own electric cars. We got that here, where I live. Did we go all the way through on this one?
I assume so.
Okay. So, we were one of the few people where I live to say yes to use our local, like the house society charger, just to make it easier, basically.
Yeah.
We were one of, actually the only one, because everybody else who had an electric car had some kind of deal with either their car brand, like Tesla has their Tesla chargers or stuff like that, or a local charging station somewhere, so they didn't need to use the house society charger. So we were like, my parents were like asking the what's that in English? The house society management
Is there like a
people.
homeowners
Yeah, the
association?
homeowner association. Thank you, Jen.
HOA.
Yeah, thank you,
Hate 'em.
Jen. If it was all right, since there are nobody else that is gonna use this charging, that we can use this charging spot as a parking spot too.
Did you guys have gill potions?
No.
Oh, I forgot about Gil's potions. There we go.
Yeah, I saw you both go up for air, and I'm
Yeah,
like, wait,
I
I thought we
forgot
talked
about
about this.
Do you have any spare?
I have one more. Here, when you come down to meet my.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. No, not in Chester. Wait a minute. There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, it's the chest.
This will simplify life a lot.
So we asked, oh, my parents asked, was it okay that we take that parking spot permanently until other people are like, we are gonna use the charger? And the home association said, that's totally alright, but be prepared for when more people wants to use the charger, which they were all right with.
Yeah.
They were all right. We will, like, they will say, if somebody want to use the charger, we will move right away. No problem with that.
Yep.
So that went on, like us using the parking spot and stuff like that, for probably 2 months. Until we have a home society, like, chatting space area for people to ask questions, and if they want to sell something locally where we live, they can put it on there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One fucking asshole asked if there was a rule about the charging ever. Mind you, this person did not own an electric car.
Nice.
So they were asking into if there was a
What?
rule.
Nothing happened, don't worry about it.
If
Okay.
there was a rule about how long a car were allowed to stay on the electric car spot. There are a rule. You're allowed to stay there for 4 hours, which is pretty much what you need to charge up a car, basically.
Yep.
And people were saying, yeah, there is this rule and blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, yeah, because I've noticed this car. They took a picture of my parents' car with the number plate number. Posted it online on this online chatting room saying this car's been here for longer than 4 hours. So my dad was kindly explained, like sweetly, like really kind, explained that they had this agreement with the home society people that I can't remember now.
Yeah, it's okay. HOA.
That they were allowed to use the spot as a parking spot until that time when another electric car signed up for using the charger.
Yeah.
It was a private agreement with these people, so people didn't need to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Then people started complaining, saying that, oh wow, so you go around other people's spec and make a private deal about getting a private parking spot just for you.
I mean, if no one else
That
is using it, though.
nobody else is allowed to use.
That's
And what
so
about if
stupid.
visitor came that wanted to use the charging spot, which they're not allowed to do, and stuff
it's
like that?
Only people allowed to use it are people that live there.
Are living there and signed up for the charging program.
Yeah, so you'll know when someone new has the thing because they'll sign up for the program.
So we can actually see that. We can see when people sign up for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
so they
just
can't.
sound like people are like, oh no, they get special treatment.
They
cry.
get special treatment, or they get a private parking spot. We have a slight issue. I won't call it an issue anymore. The issue is people are lazy. Basically, they don't want to walk, so they want to park as close as they can to where they live. Basically,
understandable. Who wouldn't want to?
Understandable, but if it means that you have to walk 10 steps
don't
more,
screw other people just because of that.
So this has ended up with that my parents cannot use the space anymore. Even though they are the only one, well, now they are not the only one anymore using the charger, that they come more people. But because these people could not... Oh my god. I can understand why my parents got so angry as they did. There was no reason for them to butt
until someone else needed to use it, there was no harm in it.
There was no harm. We were actually making space for other people, so they could use whatever parking spot that we were gonna take up.
That's actually kind of true.
Because nobody was now that spot is gonna stand empty all the time when nobody is charging because of this. So and everybody who has an electric car has to now take a parking spot, which is already I forgot about a guild potion. God damn it. Which is already a quote-unquote problem here. So it's so stupid. Sorry, I just remembered that's
You're good.
that happened. So it's so stupid.
Yeah.
We need to make some more guild potions, but I need coral for that. So I need
and
to
we
go
might
to
need more mining potions.
mining.
I have 12 on me still. If you guys are lacking.
I have 1, but so
okay.
I'm good.
Let me go to the edge of the world because I have the conch thing.
Awesome.
Let me.
Sorry, I'm done ranting. Shall we go on to the next question?
Yeah, the next one was asking how did you get into video games?
My dad and my big brother.
Yeah, mine was.
I'm sorry, guys. I
also
never
my
get the
brother
chance to catch up
Bard.
to my chat.
He was the huge gamer, and I would always want to play with him.
I was that annoying sibling that always watched their older sibling playing and was like, "Can I play now? Can I play with you now?"
Yeah.
Nice.
Thankfully, me and Varg were only like a year apart, so we were basically twins, you know?
Yeah, my older brother is only 3 years apart from me, so he's a fucking asshole. But that's a whole other story.
It's okay, my sister is one too. She was not nice. She Yeah, she was not nice.
But yeah, parent and big brother influence on me, and then it just grew. It became stronger the older I got, especially through my school years, because it was the only thing that made me happy. I'm sorry, this is going such a dark route. We had the
I'll go
traveling
back to
merchants.
talk. Yeah, I'll go back to talk to him in a second.
I was not treated right in school, so gaming was the only thing that was positive in my life.
Yeah. Which, I mean, fair.
Maya, can you come with a more positive reason why what got you into gaming, please?
Ooh, I don't know what got me into gaming in general. I think.
What got you into WoW? Because
See, that's the
we met
thing.
over
That
WoW.
I know. Which is actually a bit of a funny story because that's actually part of, you know, a lot of what do you call like chain events that led to like where my life is currently in a lot of ways. So, my screw enough. I did in my mind. Okay. Anyways, so it was my dad that got me into WoW because he was playing himself. So, my parents are divorced, so I would go visit my dad in the weekends. And then basically whenever I was there during the weekend when I was younger, I would play, like I would make a character on his account and sit and play until I ended up getting my own account at a point. I don't know how many times I started in the human era and WoW as a warlock and stuff. Good old times. And yeah, at some point, I was let into the guild he was in, which was a bit funny because I could barely speak a word of English at the time. I could
That's
say
the
like
same
hi,
thing with me.
and then
My dad did the same thing. Oh,
and then
that's so
someone in the
funny.
guild might ask, you know, how you doing, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying. And I would like probably ask my dad or something. So yeah, that's a bit funny. And then like years later, basically, I think there was a point where I didn't play much for a bit. I can't fully remember the details, but I know like I started playing like so the thing is, my mom did not want me to play WoW at her place because, you know, she's seen all those things about people being addicted to WoW and it ruining their lives. And, you know, you've probably heard some of those stories about that, like, WoW era.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was not allowed to play it at home. I remember once, there was these dailies to get like a tiger mount or something that I wanted to do. So I asked my mom, you know, because it was dailies, it would take me so fucking long if I could only do it when I was at my dad's place every second weekend. So I asked her, you know, if I couldn't be allowed to just do that, you know. And I basically had to sit, like, you know, downstairs with her there. So, you know, she knew I wouldn't play more than I was supposed to or something like that. It was ridiculous. And then at some point, you know, I was, what, 14? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just play a WoW at home in my room on my laptop without her knowing.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
And that is basically when I met Vixen and one of our other friends. Yeah.
Fuck me. Don't know how he's doing. Does Franco know?
I still speak to him here and there, but not a lot.
He has completely shut me off.
Yeah.
His problem. I ain't gonna comment on that. There.
If we weren't gonna talk about negative things now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's his problem, man. I do not care. It's him who has deleted me from his friend list. Not I did not.
Yeah,
I didn't do
there
it.
was a lot of drama at the time.
That's his problem. Fuck me. If he doesn't want to talk about it, that's his problem. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we started. That's basically where I met Maya for the first time.
yeah, I was doing Mr. Pandaria, and then I was still in this guild when, you know, I logged back onto my character and stuff. And that's where I met the two of them. Because this guy that's not to be mentioned was like the type of person that would say hi to everyone. And, you know, then I ended up chatting with, you know, strangers and stuff because of that. And part of the reason this is also kind of funny is because, that other friend... One of his friends is a cousin of my boyfriend, so I actually met my boyfriend through all of that. Oh, thank you, Jen.
Yeah. And I'm making some mining potions as well.
You
Thank
are
you.
a dear. But yeah, so WoW has influenced a lot of my life, that is for sure.
I was gonna comment on the fact that I know the addiction to WoW personally.
Yeah, I mean, I did spend the majority of my life playing at some point, but then again, if I wasn't playing WoW, I would have done something else that was similar, you know?
Well, see, when it came to me, at some point it got so bad that my dad gave me like, you have to get a cold turkey of this game, so you're not gonna play for 3 months.
Damn, that's painful.
Which made me look for other games, basically.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't really. Sorry?
I have mining potion.
But yes, it doesn't really fix the issue. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't wanna, like, it did give me, because I didn't play as much afterwards, so in a sense it did work, maybe?
I mean, it depends. If you're playing something else instead, then...
But I wasn't. I don't know what else I don't know what else that I did, though. To be honest, it's been so long. I only remember that I was, like, I got quote-unquote quarantined from playing that game.
I was a bit lucky because I left my PC to update one time, like while I was at school or something, and my mom saw it there. I don't remember. I guess she must have been in my room for some reason or another. But then she saw the thing on my laptop, and then she found out that I was playing WoW. But so, you know, she wasn't happy because I wasn't allowed to. But I was like, but I have these two wonderful friends there. And that's basically the reason why I was allowed to keep playing. Because, you know, I was also one of those people that didn't like have, you know, the best time in school and everything like that. So, you know, having these two wonderful friends, you know, it was a lot back then for me.
Alright, we're switching over. It's getting sour again.
No, that's a good thing. What I was saying is, you guys meant a lot to me. You should be happy.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess that's the thing that got me, like, primarily into gaming. Obviously, there's probably... I think I played some, like, PlayStation stuff and such before that, but I think there's, like, the massive thing that kind of took over my life.
I really got into Minecraft. I got grounded for reasons. Not gonna mention them because they're very sad. But I got grounded for reasons.
What is it with all the sad stuff today?
Look, life is sad, okay? It's not all rainbows and butterflies.
I guess that's what we're learning today.
Yeah, but I was in a very dark spot and I was feeling very isolated, so they decided to isolate me more because, you know, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Anyways.
Parent logic.
You know, so it was during summer break and Varg was like, you know, he's like, yeah, you grounded her, but it's not fair to me because I want to play games with her. So he convinced them to let me play Minecraft with him. So that was the only thing I was allowed to play, you know, was Minecraft. So we ended up joining a server and meeting some really awesome people, which we met Panda on there, and then also Codes, the one that I'm doing the commission for, we met on there.
Nice.
You know? And it was just really awesome, and eventually we became mods and stuff, and it just, I don't know, it really showed me I was more than what I thought I was in a way. It sounds super cheesy, but it gave me like a sense of purpose in a way when I couldn't find any.
Oh, I
Which,
fully understand.
Same here,
yeah.
same here. Like, the people I met through all the MMOs that I've been playing really built the, built me to who I am today. So, like, again, like...
Yeah, and it's so nice to get online and then there's like a bunch of people who are excited to see you.
It's that thing. That thing. People saying, hey! Like, even, like, that's why...
There was a giant worm.
I'm just not in the mood for Final Fantasy XIV at the moment because I got all this shit that's going on with the streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I log on my little streaming bunny, and I see people like Stony in Maya's chat and stuff like that saying, "Hey,
oh yeah, the guy you always ignore.
How are you doing?" and stuff like that. So again, it's that thing. Like when it comes to WoW, I completely accepted. Hey, Vixen. Hey, Vixen. Hey, fucking Corey. Mixen? What the fuck is Mixen? Never mind. When it comes to WoW, I have already accepted the fact that I do not want to be social more than I have to in that game.
Oh yeah,
So
that was definitely the thing that killed the game for me.
Yeah, so I don't mind not being like social on that one. And again, I think since I'm also streaming and actively talking with people while I stream, I think I get that social thing that I need to function.
I haven't been on a Minecraft server in so long.
You've been busy, Jen.
Oh yeah. It's not something I need anymore, you know? It's like back then I needed that.
Yeah.
Like as cheesy as it sounds.
Yeah.
Maya, you didn't finish this again.
I died. I'm on my way down.
Goodness. Maya.
I died.
In addition to an MMO, it's a lot more nuanced since it's a social aspect. When I hang with friends nearly every evening and no one would bet an eye, but yeah. See, there's a big difference of...
Oh wait, did I go down the wrong tunnel? Oh,
playing
wait. I'm
playing
confused.
MMOs just to play the game, and then playing MMOs to be social with your friends.
Did we not finish a tunnel?
I do not know.
Yeah, most of those tunnels seem to be 4 wide. And it's not the middle section that's missing, so that's on one of you two.
Okay, so it might have been... Oh yeah, it was me, because I had to go up and get more of the Gills potion.
Don't worry,
okay,
I'll finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do each other's
You finish that one, and I'll finish yours over here.
Yeah, perfect.
It works. Okay, what was some of your, like, favorite games, like, growing up? Because mine
Platinum hasn't... Oh, sorry, one moment. Platinum hasn't been after me, Corey, in a while. I know he followed me again. Recently. I don't know if he stopped following me because he's blocked on my channel. So he can't type... Well, he can type, but I won't be able to see it. So I have no idea, and frankly, I do not fucking care what he does. He can kiss my ass. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. I was just asking, like, what are some of your guys' like favorite games growing up? Like, mine was probably Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I put more hours into that game than probably any other game. Just
Warcraft, yeah. Warcraft 3.
You can see on my stream. I have a bunch of chows on the bottom. Just because I absolutely love that game.
Goddamn enough. Did you see it?
I did see it.
Maybe like
Uh,
Sonic 06. Everyone hates that game, but I loved it. It was
It's
such a
so
glitchy
glitchy. Oh,
mess.
it's so glitchy though, Jen.
Listen,
Sonic 06.
one of my absolute favorite parts about that, like I remember, is one time Varg and I we were racing against each other in like a two-player thing, and I hit a bounce, and I don't know what happened, but it bounced me so high it put me over the map and unloaded the map.
Yeah,
You know,
not even the game knew what the fuck you did.
yeah. And Varg was just playing it normally, and he's like, "Oh, haha, it's like you don't even stand a chance. I'm gonna beat you." And then I started falling again, and I realized I could start aiming myself towards the finish.
Oh god.
And right when he was like trying to fight the very last enemies, I just sniped the finish from him. But we would spend hours breaking the game, like glitching into places we weren't supposed to. In that two-player mode, they had an entire island off in the distance that was completely loaded and had like what is it called? Oh geez, what is it called? It's basically where you can walk on it. It had I can't think of the name. Anyways, but it was completely loaded and you could walk on it. And it was
Okay.
from one of the story missions. So you could tell that they just completely reused the map without taking out anything. But yeah, we just loved breaking that game and figuring out how to make it worse. Oh man, I have fond memories of that game.
So personally, I am divided between Warcraft 3 and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's the two game, like Warcraft 3 not anymore because fucking Blizzard destroyed it. You heard me. You destroyed my favorite game.
How did they destroy it?
Oh,
Yes, because okay, for people that do not know, Blizzard decided to do a remake of Warcraft 3. Like an HD,
right.
like HD remake of
But
it,
can't you
make
still
it
play
all
the original?
polished. Nope, because it replaced the original game in the store and in your library.
I didn't know this.
oh no.
Because they are fucking idiots. So you can only technically play it
you
if
should still have access to the old version if you prefer that.
No, you do not.
No, I'm saying you
Yeah,
should. You should have.
No, you should. Yeah, if you can only
Yeah.
play it if you have the CDs and install it, basically. I do not even know if that works. I do not know if that works though. Do not take me on word for it. But yeah, other than that, Majora's Mask. It was the first time that I played the game, like a Zelda game, personally, and actually completed it and understand it.
Yeah. Wind Waker was the first one that I completed by myself, but probably my favorite Zelda game to like watch is Twilight Princess.
Yeah, they came out on systems that I didn't own.
You didn't have
own.
the GameCube?
I did not have a GameCube. We went from
What?
Nintendo 64 to a PS2.
You guys must be so disappointed in me. I've never played a Zelda game.
No, I'm not disappointed, Maya. I feel sorry for you, but not disappointed.
Yeah, boyfriend never played
Yes,
never played
Warcraft
Zelda
3
either.
I should one day. One day.
It's really good. But you have to be the type of person for it. And I will say,
yeah.
It's kind of weird because I didn't like Breath of the Wild. I know that it's like critically acclaimed and it's a really good game. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it.
Me too, Giga, by the way. I also have the Frozen Throne expansion. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, but I tried playing it, and this isn't lack of me trying. I put a good, like, 10, 20 hours into the game, trying to like this game. I just never liked it. And everyone's super hyped about the second one coming out, and I'm like,
I am too! I am annoyed it's gonna cost me $70 to get it, because fuck you, Nintendo. But I am excited too. I love Breath of the Wild, but I can understand why some people maybe not be into it, because it is compared to what the game the Zelda game that was before that, which was Twilight?
No.
No.
It was
Wii U.
yes, I can't think of its name. They just came out with the remaster of it. Skyward
Sword. Yes.
Yep.
So Skyward Sword, thank you. So Skyward Sword sort of had the idea of what they were trying for this like semi-open world with these big areas that you ran around. Like Twilight Princess did sort of the same. So when you suddenly are thrown into a world where, first of all, it's an open world in a sense. You are allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. You can go to the last boss right away if you want to. Second of all,
Those are great speedruns.
they introduce crafting into a series that never had it before. So I can understand why people very much dislike that whole notion when it came to that, because crafting, many says, I don't want to do that. Every game in the world has crafting in it. And then there was the whole story-wise, because sure, you had Zelda, you had Ganon, but it wasn't the Zelda and the Ganon that we were used to.
Like the durability.
Oh my god, yes, and the stamina. Like, they did have stamina in Skyward Sword, and
it was fine with the stamina. I just can't stand durability. Like, even that's one of the reasons I burnt out of Animal Crossing, the New Horizons game. It's because even the golden weapons didn't have unlimited durability, and that is stupid.
So I can understand why some people were like, yeah, I just don't like it. I personally am very excited for Tears of the Sword? Tears of the Lost Kingdom? I can't even remember.
Tears of the Kingdom.
There it is. But personally, if I could just get an HD remaster of Majora's Mask and Nintendo 64 on my Switch, I am a happy camper. But that's just me. What about you, Maya? You didn't actually answer the question.
Yeah, did you have any,
too much.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, I don't really recall any, like, significant games I played, like, before WoW, really. I guess perhaps Tekken is the only game I really remember playing much before. I obviously did play some games before, but it's just, like, I don't remember what or anything that I was, like...
Just quickly, Maya.
Super massive, you know?
Just quickly, the question was, what's your favorite game and why?
No, you also... Well, you guys were talking about, like, favorite games when you were, like, young or something.
Yeah, but...
They're still my favorite games.
They were still my favorite games. That's why, like, we were explaining why they were.
Okay, well then you guys just confused me.
Sorry.
Sorry, we're very nostalgic, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I'd probably say my favorite game is Final Fantasy XIV.
Then, sure. Why?
Now explain why.
I mean, that's tricky, right? Because it's so many things.
The story?
That's part of it. Like, I guess there's many things to it. For one thing, I got into Final Fantasy when I was really, really starting to dislike WoW. So, you know, it also went from a time where, you know, everything was feeling kind of crappy because WoW was just such a sour experience constantly. And I got into Final Fantasy, and I don't know, for a long-ass time, it was like almost like a magical place. Like, it really felt like, you know, when I was online, I was just always happy. Everything was like perfect. It was like, you know, unrealistically good. Then, you know, slowly, you know, standard drama comes around. I still love the game, and it's still an amazing thing and all that sort of crap. But it's not like, you know, that like rose-tinted view anymore. Now it's just amazing.
Yeah, quickly to explain what she means. WoW players, Neanderthals, like, huh, me club, me angry. Final Fantasy 14 players, Howard students, okay? That's what she means.
Sorry, what are you saying? Howard students?
They were smart. Howard.
I don't know.
It's a school.
Howard. Yeah. I will
not
say
quite
this.
following.
I never played WoW, but one of my ex-boyfriends played WoW, and he was one of the most toxic people I have ever met.
Yeah, well, it's known for being toxic.
WoW, sadly, is known. So it's like when you play with other people in the random groups. It's like playing Dota or LoL.
Oh, it's not even just random groups. You can be in a guild and still have super toxic experiences.
Oh my god, yes, sorry. It's just people have this weird tendency that if you ask a question, you're suddenly just an idiot.
Oh, not even just that. I know I mentioned this while we were talking once, Vixen, but I don't know if you've heard it, Jan. But there was this one guild I was in where we were doing a fight, and the raid leader even mentioned, like, you know, hey, look at what Maya's doing here. She actually did it correctly, because most people were just running around like headless chickens. So here I am being shown as like hey, here's who you should look at. She's doing it right. And then shortly, well, I don't know how long it was after, but it wasn't that long after. Then someone else logged on because, you know, raid teams in WoW, because you need like 20 people, tend to have more than 20 people in the roster, so in case people can't make it, etc. Which means that if you aren't one of their favorite people, or like one of the best performing people, you know, too bad, you get benched. So someone else was, you know, higher up in the guild logged on, and then I got kicked and they got in there, and it's like, I don't know how many times I've had scenarios like that where I end up being the one getting benched constantly, and it's just really annoying because I know there's multiple fights in that raid tier that I could have cleared, but, you know, obviously, you know, other people, like, there's even some people that were worse than me that got, you know, allowed in over me because it was like, oh, well, they were friends with the higher ups in the guilds, you know?
Yep.
Nepotism.
Yep.
So, yeah, I typically had a lot of painful experiences raiding in WoW. And even the ones that were good, suddenly the guilds fall apart because people can't figure out how to have a guild. It always falls apart.
People change. Like, people suddenly find other priorities and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm just talking about stuff that lasts a few months.
Years.
I'm not talking about, like, this thing over years. It's like, oh, you know, we have almost completed the raid here. Okay, well, now I hate everyone in the raid team. Bye-bye. Or, oh, I got this better offer in another guild, and then, you know, they take half the people with them, and then suddenly it's like, half the guild and move to another guild, and then the problem is there again, because other people... Yeah, it's, when you got my
Franco is in the mood for toxicity. Fucking WoW and Dota? Fuck me.
I don't think, Well, I mean, Dota itself isn't a bad game.
I hated Maya.
I played it a lot.
I said, I'm sorry. I am sorry. The fact that
do you hate the game or the community?
The community is part of the game. I should be able to ask questions without be calling a moron.
I would like to mention one thing though, because my primary way I played Dota was on the South African servers because of Franco and all the other people we played with, and I have to say, weirdly enough, they actually seem to be less toxic than if you're playing on the EU servers, and you don't get like random Russians and people that don't speak English and stuff, because the majority of people speak English in South Africa. I don't know. Generally speaking, when I've played solo games, I would actually rather play on the South African servers, even with the latency, because people are just not as big assholes. So I do think that probably also affected your experience. But yes, people are still, generally speaking, toxic.
The first impression is the key. If I get a bad first impression of a game, I'm like, I'm out.
Fair.
And I remember...
Yeah, go on, Jen.
Oh, I was gonna say, I remember my boyfriend at the time, the same one who played WoW, he tried to, show me how to play Smite, which is basically League of Legends, but it's a bit different.
Yeah.
And I remember he was trying to teach me how to jungle, which is very difficult to learn if you've ever played any of the games. Like, jungling, you have to have a lot of knowledge, and it takes a while to learn it. And this was the first time I ever even tried it. And he started screaming and yelling at me because I wasn't doing it right, because I didn't know how to play the game, because this was the first ever match I ever played. And at the time, I had never played League either. And I remember that was the moment I fell out of love with him. I was like, you're screaming at me for no reason.
Oh my god.
Because I've never played this game before.
It's like when you do homework with your dad.
Yeah. I remember we probably broke up not even like a month after that.
I hate that. And I know, sorry to change the subject.
No, you're
If
good.
people in the chat know what I'm talking about. Have you ever done homework with your parents, especially math homework?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I know
And you
exactly what
are
you're talking
sitting
about.
there, like he's like starting out, like calmly, like helping you out. Like, this is how you do. And then at some point, you're sitting there having a problem, and he's like, "What is it you are not getting? Why is it you're not getting this? I explained to you like 5 times what you're supposed to do." And it always ends with you crying, or if you're a boy, not crying.
Screwing up.
Your dad shouting at you, and he's like on the verge of calling you stupid, but because he's your dad, he's not calling you stupid unless you have a bad dad. And it because I had the same. I had the same experience with my dad, and I will say my math was not my forte when it came to school and stuff like that. So I all I can say is that, like, kudos to my dad to have the patience to even try to teach me. But also, don't shout at your kids. Parents, please be patient with them. They're trying. They're trying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry.
screw you, Frank. Don't ruin my reputation. Franco said that he used to yell at me during Dota 2, but only after I'd invested hundreds of hours into the game. Which is kind of true. When I started out, like, he was very patient with me, but yes, over time, it wasn't necessarily just straight up yelling at me, but it was more like, you know, oh, why didn't you do this? And I'm like, because I didn't see, or like, because I don't know. Compared to how many hours I've played the game, I should generally be better. But yeah, the thing is, if he would just be mildly annoyed about something, I would get annoyed that he's annoyed at me. And then, because I get annoyed, you know, it kind of takes the situation up. So yeah, sometimes we would have minor arguments about it.
Yeah.
So, but it's not like a, you know, a big issue. It's, you know, I mean, sometimes, you know, everyone has fights, right? But it's not like a, abusive situation or anything, don't get me wrong. But...
So, how about we twist this question around? Because Stevie did ask, what is your least favorite game and why?
For me, favorite? I don't know.
It is any rhythm game.
No!
Any rhythm game. I have zero rhythm. I have a delayed processing kind of disorder. I forget the actual name. But I cannot react very fast to things. And so rhythm games where it's like you're constantly having to be on beat and reacting as soon as you see it, I can't do it. And this is not lack of trying. One of Varg's favorite games growing up was Guitar Hero. And we tried for hours to get me to play that game.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, but otherwise, if we're talking like just like the actual game itself, like not
she's died.
skill issues. Oh, rip.
I thought I saw her, but it was like just the leftover of her body.
What?
Rip.
Yeah,
the
when NPCs get killed.
Oh.
Yeah. But minus skill issues, like actually hating or disliking the game, no offense, but it probably has to be Zelda Breath of the Wild. I did not enjoy that game at all while
Again,
playing it.
it is fair. You are allowed to
Yeah.
hate whatever you want because people like and
Sorry.
dislike different things for their own reason. Can I
Yeah.
even dig here? Oh my god, I actually have to destroy this. I hope this doesn't.
What do you have to
I
destroy?
can't. Okay, so we might have an issue in the corruption area, by the way, because
Just dig
there are
around
some
it.
there are some altars in the way,
Yeah,
and
just dig around it.
we
Oh
can
yeah, we can't destroy them until post-hard mode, right?
yeah,
Yes,
precisely.
hence just dig around it. It'll be fine. We can clear it up later.
Yeah, and this is already in the corruption, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
What was so I personally, because I shit talk a lot about Dota and LOL. But the game that I hate, because hate is an extremely strong word, I would rather say dislike, like the most, is Counter-Strike.
I thought you were gonna say League of Legends.
No. And there is one reason for it. And I am sorry for everybody's ears now. Freaking chats! Yeah! The fucking chats in Counter-Strike are the worst shit. And yes, you can shut it off and all that shit. But then comes the goddamn text chats that are instead. Like, Counter-Strike is not
Vixen
toxic.
Guild Potion.
I forgot about that. Like,
I know, I saw you go up.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is not toxic. It's just filled with children. To a point where it's not funny.
Yeah.
And I dislike playing it so much. And this is
Do you
coming
guys have a faster drill than I do?
I definitely
have
think Vixen is faster.
the adamant. I have the adamantite drill. Are you using a mining potion?
Yeah, I am.
Weird. I don't know.
One of you got one of the ancient chisels and one didn't. I can't remember who.
I have the ancient chisel. That's why I'm like, how is she so much faster?
Don't ask me. I don't have anything other than that special on me.
Wait, you had an adamantite. I have an orichalcum.
Have you pressed your control button, Jen?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't know why.
Oh, wait, you said adamantite, right?
Yeah, that's what we're using.
Wait, do you have an adamantite as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
I found a bunch of it.
Orichalcum.
There should be there should be enough for you to make one yourself if you want to, Maya.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
Check the bars chest.
I don't know what you get when I'm not here. But okay,
but what about you, Maya?
I don't know, maybe you have something that makes your strike speed faster? Maybe that increases mining power. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, you're wearing melee stuff, right? It might be increasing your melee speed.
I'm wearing summoner
Yes.
stuff.
Oh,
No, it's But, like, your actual items, what do they do? Because I have a bunch that increases my damage and my movement speed.
I have damage and increased rain damage. I got damage. I got my pygmy that makes me summon. I got my defense, and I got my melee speed.
There you go, melee speed.
Melee speed.
Ah!
Yep. That's the one
That
that
might-
increases.
There we go. We found it out.
Okay.
But if it's working, then...
And
Leave
in
it, I
that
guess.
distraction, I got a head start.
Hey!
Nice.
So, Maya,
Meanwhile,
what's your
I'm just
least
here
favorite
for-
game?
Yeah. What's your least favorite game, Maya?
I don't know, do I have one?
It's okay if you don't have one.
I'm just thinking, like, I'm not sure. Also, while I just quickly think, and people
Played up,
might give me
Neff, shut
suggestions.
up! We actually like that game.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he
great.
apparently hates it. I've tried to get him to play with me a few
Really?
times.
Really?
Okay, but to be fair, I tried playing, what's the other one? The cook?
Overcooked?
Overcooked. I did not like that one. Me and boyfriend fought over that one because we could not. We have two very different ways of thinking, and we couldn't get on the same level.
Suddenly become Gordon Ramsay. That means that you should be the one cooking, Neff. Just saying.
what he basically said to me was that, you know, everyone starts yelling, commanding people around and everything like that.
But that's the fun part!
I mean, if you're playing with people that are more chill, it doesn't even have to be like that. I mean, we yell at each other sometimes. That's also for comedic effect. It's not like, you know, it's a constant thing. Also,
yeah, but I guess we also see it as content, where if he's playing it
Exactly.
just for him, it's not really content, it's just...
Exactly.
Aggravation.
If you can
we definitely play some
handle-
stuff up for content, you know?
Yeah, we do. And it's great.
Yeah.
I do not hate Maya, okay? Maya does not hate me. We just like yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And I like being the poor child that's stuck between the yelling parents. His mom and mom are fighting again.
But quick sidetrack to what Franca said here. About the Dota thing, he said, "Me, you should do this. Huh, just the thing next time, but no longer the ideal strat, or the window has passed and it fails. See?"
we love to hate each other.
But what Franca said is so true though. Like, he would tell me to do something, and then I might become a bit spiteful or something because I'm like, it never works when I do the thing you told me to do, and then I do it when I'm not supposed to anymore, and then it fails, and I'm like, yeah, see, what you told me to do was bad.
I have to go all the way down here with a key.
But yeah,
we don't really need
know if
anything
I
else
have,
from
like...
those anymore. The only good thing is money.
Yeah, I know, but it's in the way.
But yeah, I don't know if I really have like a least favorite game.
That's alright, man.
Yeah,
At
that's
least nothing I
fine.
can think of.
Don't worry, it's alright if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, mine is just a skill issue for my least favorite.
For favorite games,
alright.
though, I do have another game besides Final Fantasy for one of my favorite games, which I want to mention, which is Nier Automata. I really, really enjoyed that game.
I hated the fact that I had to play through it, like, is it 6 times?
I don't think it's that bad, but yes, the first part when you're doing like, what's it called, Route B, I think, where it's almost the same story for a long time, that's a bit more painful. Some of the other parts aren't exactly doing the same thing. But I still think it gave you a perspective that makes you appreciate other things more, but it was a bit of like a duller part of the game.
I
don't know, I just really enjoyed it, and the music is so amazing.
Which is all fair. The problem for me with it was I think I have a problem with like current ideas of a female protagonist. Like I can't because I disliked. Why is this wrong? Did I not type? Oh no, Gen. There we go. Is this still wrong?
No, that seemed to be 6.
Because I couldn't play Horizon Zero Dawn because of Aloy.
Yeah.
I cannot play that game. I dislike her view of her reasoning to do things.
I don't play that game.
Is this
so I can't say
5
anything
or
about
is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No,
it
I
is
think
5.
Is
It is
it?
5. I'll fix it. Don't worry. It's my fault. I cannot count.
Wait, isn't it 6 way at the top? Yeah, look, because if we're destroying this lane here.
Oh, okay. So it's Jen that's off center, basically.
What do you mean? I started digging where I dug.
Don't worry, we'll fix it.
No.
I mean, it'll at least be 6 wide now, so...
Yes. But I just did like her motivation for doing things. So... It's the same thing I have again, like... I cannot play The
kind
Witcher.
Of funny, because I also enjoyed The Witcher a lot.
I cannot play that! I just can't. I tried so hard. But I dislike the fact that as soon as I met an NPC, he was like, "Fuck you, asshole!" And I was like, "Why?" Didn't even do anything.
gonna say, I don't think I've ever played a game where I just couldn't play it because of the protagonist, and then I'm like, no, I don't like GTA. I don't like any of them.
See,
It's just
and
not my game.
I can understand that because GTA is such a unique experience. I completed GTA 5 and played through it, and I have a big issue with Trevor, which is the insane person in that like trilogy, or not
Yeah.
trilogy, in that game, and he is an insane person.
No, there's a glowing mushroom thing. I can't do it. I can't dig it.
And the same thing, like all the main characters and pretty much all. The only one that I could accept was San Andreas.
Okay, since I moved over, I'm digging the correct area now.
It's
Okay.
alright. It's alright.
I'll go back then and fix up the lane I normally do.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's
Because
all good.
Because the main character in San Andreas pretty much is sure he's been in prison, but he came out and tried to like get his life straightened out basically. But because people in his like neighborhood is assholes, he has to like do some shit and stuff like that. But I can understand why you do dislike that game.
I forget which one it was, but the one with Nico, I thought that one was kind of funny. I liked his cousin.
New Vice City. There it was.
Yeah, that one I didn't completely despise. That one
No,
was
that's
funny.
also a nice one. The ending is sad, but it's a nice one.
It is. Yeah, spoilers for anyone who didn't get to play that one or whatever. But in the end, you have to choose to either, what is it, kill your
wife?
Your wife, or kill your cousin who's been there.
Kill your cousin, yeah. So it's either, like, the person who's been with you, like, all the time, or the other person you see sometimes, but is emotional damage for your main character.
Yeah, because it's your wife. You're getting married. It's on your wedding day. So either kill your best man or your wife.
So, Franco said that for a time, Final Fantasy was probably my least favorite game, but more so because I really couldn't connect with the game pre-Heaven's Sword, and yet it was the only best game to spend with my... Aww.
Yeah, I was really trying to get him into the game, but like themically and stuff, it's not really his cup of tea, but he's come around a lot more since then.
I found out recently that apparently people hated Storm.
Oh, you hadn't heard this? Yeah,
no!
I don't get it either. I can see what one of the complaints people have made.
Slime!
What?
Well, we don't have
to
go back yet. It'll take a little bit.
What are you talking about?
I will kill Slime.
Oh.
Slime King, boss.
Oh, you haven't done this one. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm only halfway with my tunnel. I'll just my tunnel.
I just don't get it. I like the first, like the main reason apparently was the chaotic storyline, and I can somewhat understand that.
Yeah, it was kind of split into two, and I know a lot of people didn't like that very much. Because it was like going from one story to another story and all of that. But I don't know, I still really enjoyed the story.
Me too!
I think it might also just be because people had such high expectations after Heaven's Ward.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, no worries. I personally very much like all the chaotic stories because the whole thing that I disliked about Heaven's Sword was it was so, like, one thing.
Yeah, it was quite different as well, you know, when you went to the east and with Elamigan and stuff. So you got kind of like very varied environments.
But I was so surprised that it was the least, like, it's a majority. It is voted as the least favorite, like, expansion. And apparently so is Shadow Walker?
Shadow Walker. You mean Shadowbringers?
Shadowbringers, sorry.
Endwalker and Shadowbringers.
Yeah, Endwalkers.
You mix them together.
I mixed them together.
Yeah, it's a bit funny actually, because I saw a post on Twitter or something that was mentioning about the whole Stormblood thing. And there was a few people saying Shadowbringers then. I'm just like, what?
I don't get it either.
To be fair, I will say that I do think Shadowbringers for me is the same as Pandaria, which is like, that was the point where I really got into the game.
I
So
love Mr. Pandaria.
yeah, it was definitely my favorite expansion. But I also think it's because, you know, how the expansion feels to you also has something to do with where your life is at that stage, you know?
Oh, shit.
Perfect timing. I'm here.
Yeah, good. Where is it?
Oh, you summit. Oh,
Where
you
is
guys.
it?
I don't know, wait. You guys aren't part of Pink Team, by the way. Has the boss shown
I
up yet?
don't know where it is.
I saw his health bar and then it immediately went away.
What? Okay. I have no
Huh.
idea where he spawned.
I guess just kill more, see if it spawns again. Otherwise,
Maybe?
I have discovered that there's an item actually you can craft to summon the King's Lamb.
I know.
Yeah. Just gonna craft the item. That was
But
weird.
isn't it supposed to be during the slime rain too?
Yep. I mean, it said in the chat even that it spawned. So
Where
yeah,
the fuck
it's
did he
rather weird.
spawn?
Alright, where's our ore?
In the ores chest.
Yes, I know. I know.
Don't think that's what you meant.
Okay,
no,
the
so-
next question.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say as I was saying, because, you know, Mr. Pandaria was when I really got into the game, and, you know, it was kind of like the point that changed my life, and probably one of the expansions I played the most and everything. It holds, like, a special place in my heart because of that, and I think it's the same thing with Shadowbringers. Like, some people think the Endwalker story is better, which I feel like I can't say for sure yet, because, I don't know, like, it might, what do you call it?
I like the sour tone of Endwalker.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I loved it. I'm just not sure
No,
if I
I
think it's
hate
better than
it.
Shadowbringers.
I dislike
What?
it. I
Wait,
hate
you don't
the
like
whole...
Endwalker?
Okay, no. Okay, Endwalker in all like, I can't. Okay, there is more positive points for me for Endwalker than there is negative.
Mm-hmm.
One of the negatives for me is the ending quest line. The whole, sorry, spoilers if you haven't like played Endwalkers, and it goes for you guys watching this on YouTube. Mute this for some minutes. I don't know. Because I can't do. I will make a facial expression on my model, okay, and I will say in the chat too. In the end quest line, your partners sacrifice themselves in a way
that part, yeah.
that makes you think that you are losing all of your partners legit forever.
The thing is, though, for me, I had that feeling of like, I don't think like they're gonna come back one way or another, so I wasn't as
They
sad.
built it up to that.
Because
so
it just
hard.
felt like it was obvious we're not gonna lose them all. There's no fucking way they're gonna get rid of like all their star characters that people love. Maybe losing one would make sense, but there's no way they're just gonna ditch them all. So
right, that's my point. If I could talk, that they build it up as if you're losing your partners, but in the end, spoilers, you do not lose any of your partners in any kind of way. The thing that I hate is that Square Enix did not have the balls to actually say, okay, you're actually gonna lose them. So they are retconning. I think
that would be bad for the game, though.
I know.
But yeah, then you could have just not put it in there that you know.
You could have just not have done it.
Yeah.
You could have just not have done it, because in a way you could still have built it up as in, sorry, we need to stay behind, you have to do this. Because in the end, it will always be you as the warrior of light or darkness or whatever. That is the hero. So of course you are gonna be the one in the end killing the big bad guys.
I think the point was, you know, the whole
come back home, guys.
triumphing over like the deepest. What? Come back up? I'm already up.
We are here. Oh,
Where
he's
is
back.
he?
over here. Over here, this way.
Yeah, it's near me. But yeah, I think it was, you know, they wanted you to be alone. I feel like everything is lost because it's the whole point of the expansion is kind of, you know, triumphing over like the deepest despair. You know.
Nice.
Picked up his thing.
I got the relic.
And then just
Nice.
staying behind isn't as deep of a despair.
Nope, not trash.
I just think it's unnecessary.
I get what you mean. Oh, what did Frank is saying? Actually, I'm missing a few messages, yeah.
Okay, Giga says that's how I felt about Garrett here at the end of Shadowbringer. Was like, okay, cool, so nothing bad happened for us then. See, I both love and dislike the whole Garrett tier like thing, because if you haven't done like the what is that, the tower, Crystal
The
Tower,
Crystal Tower, yeah.
you had no idea who the fuck this is, and
Yeah,
in
I
that whole
didn't.
in that whole storyline, sure, he's like all eager to aid you and stuff like that, but the passion he has for you in freaking Shadowbringer, is so not there in that whole like scenario, because he is clearly in like some kind of like I love you type like thing, or like he's very much into you. Sorry, Jen has no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
I have no clue. I'm just gonna go back to digging. I
Yes.
still got 10 minutes.
And again, I have fallen in love with Gara now.
I mean, how
Like,
can
I
you
like
not?
his character. I like his character. But it, I don't know if I like the idea of him being the Crystal Guardian. I would have loved for that to be some kind of like, I would have loved for that to be his uncle. Her uncle, the one who died, the one from the first game. Oh,
Thank you, Kiza.
what the
I'm
fuck
not
is
sure
his
what you
name?
mean.
The old man, the first leader of the Scions.
Oh, Louis
The one, yeah, Louis War. I would love to have for that to be like the counterpart for him, maybe, or something like that. That would have been amazing. That would have been so cool. But yeah. Sorry. Before we, Jenny's gonna leave soon. So, what interested you in art and animation?
So, fun fact, the reason I decided I wanted to try and be an animator when I was a kid was because I watched the behind the scenes of the Shrek movie, Shrek 3 to be exact.
Nice.
I am not embarrassed about that at all. I am proud of that.
They are good. They are good movies.
Yes. Okay, everyone hated the third movie, but that honestly was my favorite as a kid.
It's decent.
Yeah, no, everyone hated it. They're like, oh, it's so bad, it's so awful, which, as an adult, looking back on it, I can see why they complained about it. The main character was whiny. Some of the characters kind of acted out of character, you know, but I don't care. I still see it through my nostalgic lens. Oh my goodness, I'm just falling. Like, just straight up falling down. Okay, there we go.
Whee!
It is a long fall.
So I haven't animated, but I've done art, and oh my god, this hole is big. The reason for me to start up doing art was because I was bored in school.
That's
so
fair.
I drew, and I found out very early that I was actually somewhat good at it. So I drew a lot of manga, and I had a friend at that point who was very into it. Like drawing and manga and stuff like that. She's still doing art at the moment, and I think she's actually learning how to be an artist, as far as I know.
Yeah. As like actually getting into art itself, I don't know what got me into it. From the time I can remember, I wanted to draw and I was drawing. So, like, that was just, the, Shrek thing just got me into animation, but art itself? No clue. I just always be drawing.
What about you, Maya?
The thing that like really started to make me draw was actually funny enough, someone I met through WoW. That was before you guys. That was like when I was still just playing at my dad's place and everything. And she really liked drawing and drew digitally and everything. And I just really, really admired her stuff back then. We're like, what? I was probably like around 11 back then or something.
Yeah.
And because I really admired her stuff so much, it made me want to start drawing, manga, anime style stuff. So I did. And then I drew a lot of that and drew a lot at school. Yeah, I guess that's basically what got me into it.
I find it so interesting. Most people get into it because of anime and manga and stuff like that, and mine was always cartoon. I never, like, up until I was, like, dating my current boyfriend, I never watched anime. It just wasn't for me.
Mine were Western cartoons. So Tintin and Asterix and Obelix and I'm on fire. That's the comic books that I grew up with, basically. But I learned to draw by borrowing what's it called? How to draw anime from my from my friend and the library and stuff like that. Because funny enough, they don't really they didn't make books about Western like comic books and stuff like that, which I found weird.
Yeah. What is it? How to animate? It's something like that. There's like a book that was recommended for us to buy, that taught you all of the fundamentals of animation, like the swash and stretch and all of that. Never bought it though. But so you know how I told you that I went to my friend's birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she actually got me a gift too, because she didn't have any money when it was my birthday, and she's like, I'll get you one, just don't worry. I completely forgot. But she did get me a anime how to draw book, because I've been trying to make my character more anime.
Oh, you're going the anime route. No, we're losing her. No, it's fine. Don't worry.
More anime. It's just I want to be able to show off more of my stuff, and I know more people want to commission anime.
I know.
But yeah, but she got me two anime how to draw anime books, and they're both really interesting.
Yeah.
Like some of it I'm like, okay, this is just fundamentals of drawing. I don't really need that. But other parts of it I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually like telling me about the structure and like proportions that people try and aim for with anime specifically. So I'm like, oh, neat. I don't know, I never really used those kinds of books growing up. I'm like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but like, it also came to a point when I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna draw shit, and then I'm gonna figure it out myself.
I'm terrible with tutorial stuff. I just get so bored. So
which is fair.
Most of my stuff is just like learning from, like, you know how if you're into something, you sometimes just kind of pick up on things. Like, since I started trying to draw more semi-realistic stuff, I feel like, sometimes I look at something and I'm like, oh, I notice how these shadows are and how this cloth bends and stuff like that. And yeah, it's not like I can just, use all of that. And I remember there was a period where sometimes when I was looking at my friend, I really noticed stuff about like face structure and stuff. It's just a bit funny how when you care about something, you start noticing these type of details.
Yes. Speaking kind of like that, I've ruined a lot of things for my boyfriend when it comes to animation and filmmaking, because I was super into filmmaking, and there's certain tropes and certain things that they do in the shows now that he'll watch it, and then he'll be like, wait, no, I see what they're doing with this because this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yep. And he's like, no, it's breaking the immersion. And I'm like,
Oh, I
Yeah.
so get that. I so get that.
I am awful about it. Also, I am really bad at being able to tell twists before they're happening. We're watching a show that he's already watched, and in the first episode, he's like, "You've already guessed like 3 of the main twists
I
later. Like, what is
am
wrong with you?"
I am
I'm
the
like,
same, Jen, and that's mainly because I've watched so many fucking TV series through my whole life that I can predict, okay, that is the bad guy, he's doing this for that, and he is probably gonna not find him in this episode, so maybe this next episode. But he is very
yeah,
close to it. I don't say anything anymore. I used to discuss it with my mom all the time because she does the same thing. My dad hates it. So
yeah,
we are like we only do that when we are watching TV alone. So because we find it funny to predict
yeah,
ahead of time of like who's the bad guy and
yeah.
like who's gonna die.
I forget the movie, but there was a movie where they're all playing like a game, and suddenly it becomes like actual murder or whatever. And there was a part where they were sitting at a table and all talking, and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna die. And my boyfriend's already seen the movie, and he just looks at me. He's like, wait, what? What? Why do you think he's gonna die? You know, just because it came out of nowhere. And I'm like, look behind him. He has 2 guns pointing at him from in the background. He's gonna die. That's a death flag. And he died. And not
Nice.
only that, he died
I mean, not
twice because
nice,
he
but
faked a death, and then he came back, and then he actually died.
Nice.
So the 2 guns had even more importance on him. But yeah, but I just, he thought that was so funny because I was like, yep, I know exactly what's happening with this guy.
We
But
are
yeah,
that
but
kind of women. We are that
yeah,
kind
he
of
hates
women.
it.
Oh
You know,
yes.
no, but I will say, I have, what is it called? I have face blindness, so I have trouble telling faces from each other, so
Mm,
watching some shows really sucks.
mm.
'Cause, it's like, "Oh no, generic white guy looks like generic white guy. Uh-oh, who's who?" You know? And so, I've picked up an uncanny ability to hear voices and recognize them from other
Oh
stuff.
yes.
And one time it was the person who voiced Deku, the Japanese voice actor who voices Deku.
Yeah.
I recognized him in another anime that was about cycling, like, biking and stuff. And
Yes.
I mentioned it to my boyfriend. I'm like, "Oh, they have the same voice actor." And he's like, "No. Stop. Now all I can see is Deku."
It's the same thing with the freaking like when I found out here when I was playing Diablo 4 beta with the freaking Laura Nier character was played by the same actor who voiced him in Diablo 3. He has such a
Mhm.
different voice. And I found out first of all it's the dude who voices the American version of Sasuke, by the way. He can
Okay, I
do
know.
yeah, he can do gravelly. So gravelly, it's insane and also do that high pitch thing. And like, I don't know why this guy doesn't have some kind of Nobel Prize in voice acting. He is insane.
You know, I
So
will
I,
say I'm always impressed when a voice actor can hide their voice that I
oh
don't
yes,
recognize it. I'm like,
yes,
"Oh, you are good." Um, I can always tell when this one's obvious, most people can, but I can always tell when oh shoot, what is her name? Timmy Turner, Twilight Sparkle, Tara Strong. I can always tell when she's in Sing 2, she had a single voice line, okay? And she was just someone who was putting a like cable on the back of someone. And as soon as I heard her voice, I'm like, "Oh, she's in this movie?" Just because she has such a recognizable voice. But the one that I was proud of is I don't know, have you guys seen Beastars or no?
yeah,
Nope.
So, the English voice actor for, Haru, I was watching a completely other video that was talking about the weird world of sex education videos,
yeah.
okay? And as I was watching it, they switched to one, lady, and she starts talking, and it hits me like a truck. I'm like, "That's Haru." And my boyfriend's like, no, it can't be. It's like, this is like from like, like all the way back in the 80s and stuff. And it's like, there's no way that's her. And I did digging because she wasn't credited, but they used her first name. And when I did digging more, they had the same first name. It was the same voice actor, you know?
Well,
And
you
he's
gotta
like, how
start
did
out.
you tell?
You gotta
It's like,
start out somewhere.
yeah, but he's just like, how? How did you tell? And I'm like, it's
Power.
the same voice.
Oh,
It's
we
the
need
same
to
voice.
harvest those day blooms.
But she does have a very recognizable voice.
Sure, I didn't watch Beastars with English. I watched it with Japanese.
Yeah, we watched that one in English, but I watched Attack on Titan in Japanese, and I'm so
Oh.
glad I did. It's so good. But I'm thinking about rewatching it in English.
I need to watch that again. Like, I stopped, like, the same thing I did with One Piece. Like, I stopped at some point, and then it just moved on, and I came to a point, like, I need to rewatch the whole thing to understand what the fuck is going on.
If you want to
Guys.
rewatch that one, it's coming out like the very last part. They broke it up so dumbly. It was, what is it? Season 3 part 2 part 1 or something like that. It's like, why?
Guys.
Yeah.
But no, part 3
I know what
2,
time it
we're
is.
waiting
I'm
on.
just waiting for Jen to say bye.
I know. I keep talking.
I'm sorry, but actually, I have a thing I need to go to tonight, so
Oh, you
It's
have a
can't
thing?
speak for
Okay.
you.
Then we go. I shut up
All
about
right.
Attack on
I'm
Titan.
sorry.
We can talk about Attack on Titan next week. Thank you
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
so much for watching.
just quickly, look at the map. How much we're still missing? We're not even like we're basically what, a fifth done. So yeah, we'll have a lot of these talking streams, I guess.
Indeed, guys.
I'm enjoying them.
Yeah, it's been really
I'm
nice.
sorry, Giga. We gotta end it. So thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps out so much. So thank you
Yes.
guys so much for watching. We will be back with Terraria Tuesday next week.
Yep.
I will return tomorrow on YouTube. Guys, I will be
Oh,
streaming on YouTube tomorrow at 4 p.m.
spooky.
Spooky. So I will link that in the Discord for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Boy.
Bye.
Bye bye.